Hey guys, Rick Stone here from the blog Our Stony Acres and the Online Gardening School. Welcome to 5 Minute Fridays, my video series where I try and give you a valuable gardening tip in 5 minutes or less. Before we get started this week, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, or if you happen to be watching this on Facebook, make sure you like my Stony Acres Facebook page. All right, so this week we're again out in front of the seed starter, and I wanted to talk a little bit this week about why you should learn how to grow your own seedlings, okay? So I have 3 big reasons why I think you ought to be growing your own seedlings every year. Forget about this nursery stuff. Don't buy them from the nurseries. Grow them yourself. So let's talk about those reasons. And reason number 1 is timing, okay? So if you're a hardcore gardener like me, you have some kind of oddball things that you do. So I like to year-round garden, and I like to grow at times of the year that most people don't actually grow a lot of plants. I do a lot in the fall, I do a lot in the early spring and even the winter time. And commercial growers don't grow for people like me, okay? They don't have lettuce starts ready in the middle of February. They don't have broccoli and cabbage and things like that in the fall because so few people actually grow at those times of the year that it's just not profitable for them. So if you want to grow at different times of the year and do lots of experimenting, you have to learn how to grow your own seedlings. So that's reason number 1 why you should be growing your own seedlings. Reason number 2 is cost. Okay, so we don't have a huge yard. It's not real elaborate, but even with our smaller yard, every year we plant between 200 to sometimes as many as 400 different seedlings throughout the year. Now that includes vegetable starts and flowers, but we'll plant upwards of sometimes 400 seedlings. So if you think about that, a little 4-pack of seedlings in a nursery is usually what, $1.50, $2, sometimes even more than that, depending on the type of plant. That's a lot of money. And it can really add up very quickly, and you end up throwing, several $100s at your yard. And if you have a bigger yard and even more, I know people that spend $500 a year just on flowers, to plant in their yards. And so if you learn how to grow your own seedlings, the cost is going to be so much less. Now you're going to have the initial setup. You're going to have to do something, with some lights and a shelf and things like that, and then you'll have some soil and seeds and things like that. So there are still costs, of course, but there's so much less. You'll pay for, even in the first season, you'll pay for your entire setup in the savings that you have from buying seedlings for both your vegetables and your flowers. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is variety, okay? Did you know that there are hundreds, literally hundreds, of different types of tomatoes that you can grow? Different varieties of tomatoes, different taste, heirloom, hybrids, cherry, grape, purple, brown, all these different flavors and colors and varieties. And how many of those are available at your local nursery? If it's like mine, maybe 10 to 15 different varieties. And they're all tried and true, and they're all good varieties. That's why the commercial growers grow them. But most of them are not heirloom varieties. They're hybrid varieties. And that's it. There's just those 10 or 15. And especially when you're talking about like a cherry tomato or something like that, they might have 1 or 2 varieties. And so same with things like broccoli. There's 7 or 8 different broccoli varieties that I've tried and really like. Guess how many varieties of broccoli are available at my local nursery? 1. And it's just called broccoli. It doesn't even tell me what variety it is, okay? So if you want to have a large variety of different plants to grow, then you have to have a seed starter, and you have to grow your own tomato starts, your own pepper starts, your own broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower and all those different things, because the variety is so much greater out there than what the commercial growers actually grow. And that's not their fault. I mean, they grow what sells and what does well. But if you want to experiment and you want to have fun with the variety of plants that are out there, then you really have to start your own seedlings. So there's my 3 reasons: timing, cost, and variety. That's why you should be growing your own seedlings. So please take a look at my, I'll do some links that'll show you how to do a setup just like this one so that you can start growing your own seedlings. Also, I have a video course. It's a 2.5-hour long video course that will teach you how to grow your own seedlings. There's a link for that down in the description below. Because you've watched this video and you're a subscriber to my channel, you'll get that for half off. So follow that link and you can get that course for half off. It's a great course, will really teach you. But please, learn how to do it. I've been doing it for about 15 of my 25 years of gardening, and I'll never go back. I love being able to grow my own seedlings and have such a big variety and a larger amount of seedlings because of that. So that's all I have for this week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Everybody have a great week. Happy gardening.